loves, welcome back to One Pretty Little Box. I'm Sheila and I'm so glad that you are here. I am having a slower pace morning because I don't have to be at work quite as early as I'm going to have to be starting next week. And so I'm enjoying an extra cup of coffee, and I thought, well, this is the perfect time for me to sit down and just share my heart on a particular topic and maybe give some food for thought and conversation in the comments below. So, this is a tough time of year, and it's not tough because it's busy, and it's not tough because of whatever. It is tough because there's a lot of back and forth between moms and between wives. Oh, this coffee's hot, and I'm just gonna move this over. Do you guys protect your wood tables real carefully? I really try to keep a placemat wherever my coffee cup would be, or a coaster or something, just because I love the finish and it's nice. And anyway, that's getting off on a tangent. Let's get back to the subject I was going to share. This is a tough time for many women because there's a lot of underlying tones. There's a lot of conversations happening on social media. There's a lot, it used to be message boards and groups and, you know, private chats and stuff like that. But, you know, as we've evolved in technology, we've kind of gone into the social media realm where it's just open for everyone to see whenever they want to see it. Whether it be Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram stories, Kick, YouTube, whatever it might be. And so I feel like this is the perfect time to open up the door and just have a friendly conversation. And just a reminder for everybody, myself included. I needed that little yeah when I was thinking it through my head. And it's this. As women, we are often thought that we are the caretakers of our home. And I truly believe that we are. We are the heart of our home. That is how we were created. The men are 9 times out of 10 the providers and the protectors. That's just in their nature. Even in animals, the males are more dominant protectors. The females are when it comes to their cubs and their babies and their puppies and whatever it might be. I believe with lions, they are, the male and female usually kind of stay together. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe that they stay as a family. You know, the cubs may go off and that kind of thing, but usually the male and the female hang out. And I love that because it's a great reminder that we need each other. We need each other to balance each other out. My husband is the protector in our family. He is that hard one. He is that hand, you know, that strong hand that every family needs. Where I am the one that goes underneath everybody and protects and encourages and lifts up, and I'm the softer one, and that's just pretty natural, I guess. But I also work outside my home, and that's okay. I have many friends who are stay-at-home moms and wives, and that's beautiful. That's where you're called to be. That's great. But I'm not called to do that, and I'm going to explain why. Are you ready? And I know that I'm not called to do that because I know what my life is like internally on the days that I work outside of my home, or I'm busy on a project, or I've got something work-wise to do, whether it be even here at home or outside of my home, versus just being here. There is this terrible, terrible cliche that working women cannot take care of their homes like women who stay home. And that is just complete BS. It's not true. And I'm telling you that. I'm telling you that from experience. I work outside my home, but my home is taken care of. My family is taken care of. That is a priority to me. And it is a priority to many women who work outside their home. Some women may have to. Yes, my income helps with our budget and that kind of thing. But I'm sure that if I didn't, my husband would find a way. But it's okay that I choose to make an income to apply to the family. It's okay that I choose to make money and choose to go work outside of my home. And it's okay that you do the same thing if that's what you so choose to do. Never ever let anyone guilt trip you that you are not worthy of having a career and a home and a family all at the same time, because that is not true. That might be their limiting belief, but don't let it be yours. Don't let it be yours. That's ridiculous. As I like to say, that's redunculous, because don't do that. Don't believe it. Don't be so small-minded that you feel like you have to live under someone else's judgment of you. Live under your own judgment. It's kind of like many people who say that I must be a terrible parent because I don't homeschool my kids and I send them to public school. Granted, if we lived in our old house in our old neighborhood, I might would have converted to a homeschooling parent. But I'm in an amazing district. We live in an amazing district. Our kids go to an amazing district that's there to protect them. And the administration and the teachers serve the kids. Not in such a way that they are entitled, but in a way that they're safe and that they're growing and they're going to be amazing adults in society. Many of those teachers in administration that's in the district my kids go to are not there just for the money. They're there for the love of teaching and the love of seeing kids grow and their mind expand. Granted, I know that is very odd. It's very odd for a public school, but that's the reason we moved. And that's the reason we moved where we moved. That's the reason that if we have to eat beans and rice for a week, if we had to make it, we would. Thankfully we don't, but we would. It's not because I'm so stuck on myself that I need to work that I have to send my kids to public school. It is that we work to strive to put our kids in the best district possible. And I, in turn, am also working to help grow minds for the love of teaching and learning. Be careful when you make a judgment. I'm very careful. I try to be very careful. I'm a little partial to our school district for sure, because we were in another district that wasn't so great. But not everybody can just up and move to provide more for their kids, and I understand that. Perhaps those who choose to homeschool have had a terrible experience and didn't know how to get out, or wanted just to take that control, which is fine. You know, that's your call. That's what you want to do. Many of my friends have kids in private school, and that's great too. Oh my goodness, my thing is flashing at me. I'm running out of time. I'm gonna have to stop, go delete, and I will add on to the... Thankfully, I'm back. Good thing I know how to edit too, because I could smash these together. You're not gonna see that part. All right, guys. Thanks. Thanks for listening to my rant. And it's really not a rant. I just felt like I needed to kind of defend those of us who choose to work outside of our home and those of us who choose to send our kids to public school. It's okay. It's okay. It might be the best for you. For us, it is absolutely the best. I know my kids are getting the best education. I know that they're getting, they're protected, they're safe, and they are learning values. I will tell you, our district is so different that they're allowed to pray when they want to pray. If they want to bring my kids, when they first started the district, especially I think it was the boys, they had somebody on campus who happened to be our realtor. It was funny, passing out Bibles to the kids if they wanted them. That is just, not many schools will do that. Let you not only in the building to do that, but to set up a special special section with a table and just welcome you in to spiritually lead kids. I know that they are being grown to be well-rounded adults, and there's not enough of those in this world. Last school year, when the whole gender bathroom thing came up with President Obama, our school was one of the very first in the state of Texas to say, no, you don't have the right to tell us what to do. And they stood against him. Some districts followed, some of them just kind of sugar-coated their wording. Our district did not. Our district was very bold and said, no, you will not bully us into making that decision. It actually went in national news for that. So it was just a reminder that we are exactly where we need to be right now, and our kids are in the school district they need to be in. Had their rights not been defended, and they would have to make accommodations for things like that, then yes, my kids would have been removed and homeschooled. And I made that statement very, very clear. But our superintendent made his rebuttal immediately after that was reported, and that was why I was at work that day. I had no clue what was going on. I don't have access to social media during the day, which is perfect. It's nice to get a break from that. So their rights were protected before I even knew they were violated. And that's the kind of village that I want my kids raised in. So be kind and gracious. Just because someone makes a different decision than you in the way they raise their kids, don't be so quick to assume that everybody should do what you do. And support one another. If you stay home because you choose to stay home, I support that. My heart wanted to be home for a long, long time. I go through years where, I wish this school year I could just stay home. But honestly, I waste a lot of time if I'm home by myself, and I know that. I know that. I tend to be lazy. And mind you, my house is clean, but guess what? My house is clean when I'm working too. There's no difference. I work and I cook all of our meals. We don't rely on fast food during the school year. Now, mind you, we may have Subway one night or one quick takeout because of a football game, or it's just a crazy schedule. Maybe I had to work a couple extra hours. Maybe some emergency happened, whatever. Maybe I didn't want to cook, but I would have had those times whether I'm home or not. Maybe twice a month I don't cook dinner. I don't cook dinner for my family. Not many people can say that. Not many people. Some people I know eat out 2-3 times a week. We're a family of 5, and that's 3 teenagers. That's like almost 5 adults. Do you know how big that bill would be? Let alone my grocery bill. You guys see that every week. Anyway, just be gracious to one another. Be gracious. Your decision doesn't have to be somebody else's. And you don't have the right to assume that everyone should do what you do. That's just my PSA for the week. Be kind and gracious to one another. We all have different decisions to make. We all are on different paths in our life. We all handle situations completely different. And we all live in different areas. I live in the South. We're completely different than people who live up north. I talk to strangers all the time. I've been told when you go up north, don't even look at a stranger because they're going to think you're after them. Really? With this face? Come on. Anyway, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. And it's almost the weekend. We've almost made it. Almost made it. So in the comments below, tell me, do you work outside of your home? Do you stay home? Do you wish you worked outside of your home, but it's just not possible right now? Maybe you have small kids. Remember, I have teenagers. I started working when my daughter was in kindergarten. The twins were 2. But I needed them to be socially with other kids because I didn't want them just to solely rely on each other. So for us, it benefited us completely all the way around. And I must say that my work schedule works around my kids' schedule and my family schedule. It will always be that way. My family is my top priority. Maybe I should have said that first. My family is always my top priority, but I'm a person too. And so I need some things that are going to be solely mine, and that's okay too. I was going to say something and I forgot. Oh, I have adjusted in times past. Oh, good. Her car's running. I had adjusted my schedule to meet my family's needs as much as possible before. From switching complete hours that I worked with someone else who was very flexible and didn't mind switching with me for 6 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever track season was that year. And it worked. It worked out well. So, you know, do what's right for you. Know what your priorities are. Maybe that's the gist of this that you can take away. If you know what your priorities are, you are going to be confident in the decisions that you make for yourself, for your family, for your home. Just do the best you can do and love the life that you live. Not later, not next week. Love it today. If you love the life you live today, you're going to be the happiest person you know. And you're going to change the life of somebody else. Guaranteed. See you guys Friday. I cannot wait to show you.